So hey everyone, and welcome back to the layout. As you can see, I'm not running anything at the moment, but a lot of changes have been made. I believe this was my fourth attempt at making the video. I was about to upload my third attempt, but then I decided to do quite a lot of work, so hope you guys enjoy this. This will probably be broken up into two parts. I got a lot to show today, so hope you guys enjoy it, and just give me a like or a favourite for my efforts, I guess. Alright, so the main area they've been working on is just this area I'm standing on right here. Used a bit of rubber to even out the track, as you can see. And I've also been working on my level crossing. As I said, or I don't know if I mentioned it, but I would love to change from these level crossings, and the Hornby one I wanted to change it. Because it didn't look in place and it looked a bit odd, all the colour differences and all that, so I've gone with the same styrene that I've been using for my container yard. So I'll just show you the packet over here. Just some evergreen scale models, styrene sheets, 0.5 millimeters, and you get 3 sheets in it. Not too expensive. Can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wouldn't have been that much. In this area here, it only took me about 1 sheet, and I still had a bit left over. But I'm not doing this side yet, for the main reason that when I install the level crossing bits, I'm planning on putting lights on this side of the road. I can easily install it here, but on this side, I have to really buy the stuff first and then decide where I'm going to put it. So as well as I haven't finished really this side where the roadway it's going to be going anyway, so I thought I'd just do it up to the track and all the hard parts, I guess you could say. But as you can see, I've just painted it, and you're probably thinking, wow, your rails are really, really dirty. Well, yes, when I painted it, I knew that I could either put tape on it, or I could just paint wildly, or not too wildly, but paint just normally and clean after. And I realised after doing the first one that it would just be easier to paint it. So the paint has dried now, and only taken about 5 or 6 minutes to dry, I believe. It's beautiful weather today. It's over 30 degrees, and it was about over 20 degrees in the house today, so the paint will dry very quick. And I've gone for some really good paint. It's made by it's a European company. I'm not just sure. I'm pretty sure it's European. It might be German, but well, it's definitely German. Sorry. They make HO model stuff, and they make a lot of they make a really famous car system, this company, for model trains. But I've gone with their roadway paint. I picked it up from, I believe, Hobbigo. Yes, 11.75. Probably thinking, wow, that's a bit overpriced, but I've only used maybe not even that much, and it's covered me this much. And I've only have to do the container yard and the roadway up and the roadway on this side. So $11 for that much really isn't a lot to me. I think because if actually buying preset roadway these days, it's about this bit here would have just costed me about $11. So it's really easy to make. Like, I'd recommend anyone that has a bit of experience and wants to get a level crossing, and they're dead easy to make, and you can customize it. It's a lot cheaper than your Hornby and Pico ones, and you can add all the lights and all that at the same time. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, before I continue on, I just want to say that this will be like a how-to video and an update video all at once. So. But I'll separate it in 2 parts, because I don't think YouTube will allow me to upload something that's going to be about 20 odd minutes. So all you do is you just get your plasticine, and you try and maximize the space, or you try and maximize the use, I should say. So I've used a plasticine portrait instead of using a landscape, so that saved me a lot as well. And I've also tried using a ruler a lot and measuring out everything to make sure I wouldn't waste too much. But with trial and error, like, you are going to waste it a little bit. You can't be 100% accurate with this type of stuff unless you use the real plaster stuff. But this stuff's really easy to use, and it isn't that messy. And I do recommend before putting in these ones, maybe just give it a bit of paint, or at least like 1 coat of paint first. Because I've done about 2 coats of paints on these, and they've come out, you can't really see with the camera, but they've come out really good. And just in the middle here, I'm just going to put a little bit of grime. I'll probably put, so do a bit of black grime through the center, on each of these, just to show you that it is like a main line, not like industrial siding or something like that. So yeah, back to my how-to now of the part. I wanted to show you how I'd clean the rails. You could use a track rubber, but the real easy way to get it out, and the real way that you know you're definitely going to get it out, is I use this mix of alcohol. It's just like any of your normal alcohol washers that people use for the motor trains. There's a few popular ones on the market, but I picked this one up from my pharmacy which I work at. As you can see, it's hospital grade disinfectant, so you just can't find the stuff on the shelves. But I've ordered this one in. It hasn't costed me that much, and it's 500 mils, so it's going to last me until I'm pretty sure it has an expiry date yet. So what will definitely last me till that day. I don't think I'm going to be using so much of it. So all I've got is just some kitchen roll. I'm just going to pour a bit in. Not too much, probably made a bit of a mess there, but oh well. And just get to the part. And also the reason why I've chosen this one is it isn't that strong of a smell. Now, being an asthmatic, I cannot stand this smell. As well as the paint, I gotta admit, the paint smell, after even doing 3 layers of paint, it wasn't even that strong. So as you can see, it comes out fairly easily. You gotta be a bit careful. I would have used 2 hands there, but the paint hadn't fully dried up in that section, but as you can see, it just easily comes out. So I'll just pause the video so I can do it properly. I don't want to waste any more paint, but it does come out pretty easily with the alcohol. But I've just gone a bit too... Well, I haven't really waited for the paint to dry. I just did the last coat 2 or 3 minutes ago. So it hasn't come out properly. So let me just pause the video and just finishing cleaning up the rail. So just give me 1 sec. Alright, so we're back and I've cleaned up all the rails. Come out nicely. Using both hands is a lot easier, and I haven't made any mistakes or nothing. I've repatched that area. It'll take a few minutes to dry, but as you can see, the rails are shining perfectly. But yes, I would recommend doing it when it's dry, and you don't have to use this type of stuff. Some people just use a track rubber. Other people just use a flathead screwdriver. It's up to you. It's really whatever you want to do. Track rubbers work just as good. I would recommend them, since everyone does have those track rubber at home, but I'm just going for the alcohol, mainly because I made a bit of a mess and I wanted to clean up the track ties and all that as well. So I've cleaned up some of the track ties already, but I'm not too worried about getting paint along here or here when I've painted. Up here, sorry, and back down there. Not really worried, because I know when I grass the area, and even when I ballast the area, you won't be seeing any of that stuff, so I'm not really worried. And I've only just finished cleaning up and this paint's nearly dried already, so it just shows you, just show you guys the bottle again. I'll get focus, I believe. There we go. Yep, so just roadway paint, that's what it's called. So yes, so with painting it, just make sure you paint one direction so you get a really smooth coat. Not too sure the camera's going to pick this up, but this section here came out really good, as well as this section. So yep, just one direction and you wouldn't have a problem. So I've also tried to do a bit of ballasting. In my spare time, I've just got a scrap board and I've done a bit of ballasting, and I found out a few ways to save a bit of money ballasting. So my dad came up with an idea of, I just used one with a brush. So you saw me when I did my first ballasting, I wasted quite a bit of ballast trying to get ballast up to the tyres, and then to have like a square shape like the auto ballasters do. So he's come up with the idea of putting a bit of silicone along here, just a thin layer, so just below the tyres. So that way I do save a bit of ballast. So doing that on both sides, and I actually get a really smooth ballast shape. So it'll come out to the rail, come out to about here, and drop down exactly like I want it. And the silicone kind of works like an agent as well, so the ballast sticks to that pretty easily, and I did test it out and it worked out pretty well. So yeah, so just a bit of silicone there and a bit of silicone on this side. That would have a nice square ballast going around. So we'll be trying that on the layout fairly soon. So yeah, so this is the main area I wanted to show you guys, just really quickly how to do this, and it is real easy. And also just make sure not to get the styrene really close to here. Try and keep it as low as possible, and try and keep this side of the rail really clean as well, your inside, as well as the top of course, so the inside on this lane. So all you can do is you can just get a nail with your finger and just go along that. You should get most of the dirt out. I've already done that. And as you can see, it's shining pretty well. It's a bit high here, so I might get a little bit of glue and put that down, but they're all glued down pretty well. So I'm really happy with this, and I've seen some custom level crossings, so they look pretty good. So I am planning on getting them for sure. Works pretty hard in this area. It's taking me a couple of hours, well not really a couple of hours, but like maybe an hour of work. I really waited for the first coat to dry up nicely before I started doing anything. So I really waited. Realistically, I waited over an hour. I had something to eat and I came back, and I realized it dried up pretty quickly. I was expecting it to take a few hours, but it's Paintworks Miracles. The weather's perfect as well for painting, so I was really happy with that. So I'll be definitely using the same technique in my container yard, but I am planning on changing it a bit as I just clean up this mess. Yeah, I covered most of this area on this side because I thought it was going to be really messy, but it came out to be really nice. So yep, so we'll just span around. Looks a bit dark on this side, but all the lights are on in the room. So I had the idea, or I said this in my last video, but I didn't end up uploading it, so I better say it again, of making this the abandoned siding, and container siding I should say, with an abandoned container lift. Probably thinking about your running containers as well, but I'm going to prototype this one maybe to an Australian container yard area, an abandoned one, because this siding's really one of my longest sidings, and I have three container in Australian National Rail, I think it is. I can't really remember now, sorry guys, I think it's Australian Rail or something. Yep. But I have 3 of these which I can put on. I just accidentally tipped that one, and I thought it looked really good and they really fit nicely. And then on this side to have a passenger car slash DMU slash EMU, or all your multiple units basically, from all the way here all the way down to about there. So that should easily fit 3 cars. My 105 comes up to about here, so comes up to about here, so I'm guessing 3 cars will fit easily. Before this is basically the last point I'll have it at, so that way incoming trains don't get hit, but they should fit easily. And then have like a workstation area, like a platform. I've seen them before. It's like a stair platform that comes up till about the carriage height. It comes up to about this height. I'm just going to demonstrate it by about that high, so people can work on the carriages, and any maintenance needs to get done. And because I'm running quite a lot of passenger cars, and I will be getting more. I have a few in mind. I'll be getting them around Christmas after I finish all my exams and all that. I'll be earning a lot more money during that time, so I can afford to spend a bit more. I haven't really bought anything recently, besides one thing which I'll show you in a sec. But other than that, that is my idea. So just come around here and I'll just show you what I bought. And here it is. It's a bit in the dark, I'll just pick it up for you guys. Alright, the reason why it is not running on the layout at the moment, just place it down properly, is because it is DC only, and I haven't gone to the hobby shop since, so I haven't got it converted to DCC.